His name is Caesar. He's the #1 champion from Africa. Yes! Show them.
One more chance to remember you. Where the game from Tanzania.
have a friend of mine.
Pass it on, brother, pass it on. That noise is play. Go on. like I told you, come on. Let's go. You got it. There you go. How about it? Good, right here. Back up on my couch. And then we'll put them in our white away.
Sean.
Come on, Marcel.
CEASER!
Well done, How much lost? Well done, How much lost?
We love you. CEASER. The Ugandan boy from Uganda. They are from Uganda. CEASER.
Frame number 6. This is frame number 6 in progress. Unlike what happened in the previous encounter between these two, and this is frame number 6 in progress. Unlike what happened in the previous encounter, Marchelino taking an early lead. This time, CEASER has turned the table. What happened? Will he continue on, or will Marchelino manage to continue on the winning streak he had previous round that they played? Let's see. 4-1 it is in a race to 15 with a grand final with 100,000 rand. Ooh, what a miss there by Marchelino. Anyway, CEASER on the table. About to take his next shot. The runner-up will walk away with 10,000 rand. So far, CEASER has recorded a run and none. CEASER has recorded one reverse dish and none for Marchelino. In the previous encounter, though, Marchelino recorded quite a number. He had a total of break-in runs and 3 reaches in that race to 15. It ended 15-6. That was the Life 2 final. It's been a long day, but definitely been exciting and lots of entertainment we've seen. Jeremiah Naidu and Aiden Joseph have already been knocked out. Last 2 men standing. Marchelino James from the mother city, Cape Town, the capital of the Western Cape. Mr. CEASER Chandiga, aka Toskoki, from Uganda, in East Africa, the Pearl of Africa. 15 best of 29, still early to 5 frames down. Frame number 6, it's really any man's game. It's really difficult to make a prediction at the moment. The game may change its complexion at any time. Marcelino's trailing, but you never know. You might be able to engage a handbrake. Let's see. It's been a great run. They've been shooting pretty well. Unfortunately, the last shot, Marchelino messed it up. CEASER failed combination, and Marchelino is back in business.
ATA, Advanced Talent Agency.
Good queuing, good. I'm sure this may very well be his second win. He may record a 4-2 scoreline here after this. It's been an awesome tour for CEASER so far. His tour of South Africa. We're going to have. He started off Durban, rather in KZN, in the province KZN, Port Shepstone, where he played Jeremiah Ganda first. Lost that one and played guys like Roel Naidu, Harry Martin, and a few others. He then traveled to Cape Town earlier this week. Played several challenge matches. He battled it out among the likes of Tofik, Damien, lost to Damien. Actually, the only money match that he lost in Cape Town. Also won an 8-man comp. Also lost another 8 comp. Marchelino now drops the black 4-2. It is his record. Damien lost to Damien. Actually, the only money match that he lost in Cape Night. It's now AM on Sunday. It's a Sunday morning. So today, later today, CEASER ought to for the third segment of his SA tour. He'll face a couple of players there too. A lot of action is still lined up for you. Lots of top players in Joburg there to face. Among them are the likes of the elite players Manyatela, Wetsi, Aiden. Lot to look forward to. Thank you for hanging out with us, guys. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for supporting Atta. And whoever you're running behind, may the best man win. It's really any man's game. Marchelino to break. And win. It's really any man's game. Marchelino to break. That was an unfortunate dry break from Marchelino there. CEASER takes to the table, carefully plotting away. In terms of breaks, as far as the Marchelino has recorded 2 dry breaks, CEASER 0 dry breaks. Then, managed to break and pot on 3 occasions. Marchelino has only managed that on 1 occasion. Table closed and is for CEASER. He plots away. I'm sure he's eager to make a comeback. He plotted revenge. He's going for it. I'm sure he's eager Eager to make a comeback, he plotted revenge matchup in the Life 2 final, where he lost 15-6 to the same fella. At a stage for the red apple failing to pot at the bottom right corner of your screen there, that red. If sitting in the pocket, chance to Marchelino. What will he do? Will he manage to, will he conquer? Almost difficult layout here. Difficult to envision a takeoff. If the yellow goes, the yellow closest to black, goes to center. I think that would be his best bet, to be the easiest shot. If there's enough of a gap between the yellow and the black for the cue ball to squeeze through. Let's see. Still thinking, plotting, going around the table, trying to perfect his plan. Perfection takes time. It surely does. These players have been playing for several hours, but they're still so focused. The precision still high up there. Look at that. Unfortunate though, in terms of that kiss off of the cue ball onto the red in bulk. I'm sure preferably he'd have preferred for it to bounce off, coming back further to the right side of the table. However, he's a very good player. This shouldn't bother him too much. The position of the cue ball, he can still take off. Easily potting into there as he plots away. Ooh, not so easily after all. Unfortunately for him, CEASER is back. It's 4-2 CEASER. There's a lot of money on the line here. A 90,000 Rand difference between number 1 and number 2. So they both need to give it their all. But they came guns blazing, knowing what they're here for. It's time for business. That position there for CEASER, not the best. With the cube being stopped in his track, expiring yellow. However, I'm sure he can still cut to center. That red center of his position here to all right, well to him. I think he's well on his way to a finish here. Those last two reds looking easy enough. Black, I think, can easily pot center between there or the top right quarter pocket, depending on how he decides to position his white there. Possibly center, judging from the keyboard. The last ball he's leaving to make position for the black. I think black center would be the most obvious. Okay, or not. Bottom right, can see there's a clear path there. Past those yellows into the pocket. Not. Bottom right, can see there's a clear path there. News to cruise. Still early days though. Anything can still happen. Marchelino, that he allows you to open too big a gap between the two. He needs to work hard and put up quite a fight. Possibly maybe catch up, maybe overtake. And let's see it. 5-2 it is. May the best man win.
Introducing the Scorpion Chalk.
breaks. Caesar 0, Marchelino 3. He needs to, I don't know, he needs to adjust something. Something needs to give so as not to contemplate as many dry breaks. In the last encounter, though, he didn't suffer too many dry breaks as much as he is now. Caesar actually suffered a lot more dry breaks, but let's see. Let's see how it goes. Frame number break there from Caesar. Marchelino unfortunately to maximize there after the dry break, failed to close table. Evidently looking very disappointed in himself from his body language. Caesar back. Yellows are looking pretty good. Looking pretty fine, I think. Okay, maybe he's going for the reds instead. These players have a mind of their own. They see what we don't see. Then again, all reds do have a clear path to at least some pocket to 8. Where great stuff. People leading and obviously looking to further extend his lead here to a much bigger margin than just reframe. Earlier between these two, we saw at some point we actually saw Marchelino winning 8 straight frames against Caesar, winning 15-6 eventually. It was 9 frames difference. Caesar attacking away, just 2 reds to go now. The 6th win. And down played. Down last red. One visit from closing the pot in the black executed that well enough. Although it's not an apple, still did well. 5-2 it is. 7 frames down out of a possible 29 if we get to buttons. Will Caesar further extend his lead or will Marchelino manage a handbrake?
That is Caesar teaching the teacher to teach the teach. Teach, number one. Caesar, do your thing. Make the beat. Kill it. You're number one, my brother, man. Salute you.
Got this.
Got it. Caesar. You know one, no, chichi, man, no,
Away after that failed break and run by Marchelino. 6-2 is the scoreline.
His name is
CEASER to the good. 5 raids remain. Heading for real short loading. Ooh, is off the mark. He went too fine on that cut, and Marchelino is back in business. CEASER didn't manage to even close off the pocket either. Very risky move. Clear. Left back. Looks easy enough for him. These are basics for these kind of players here.
Caesar never dry in the season.
Marchelino focused on the black, which I'm sure 10 out of 10 times he would not miss. But then again, they're all prone to mistakes, but not this time. 6-3. Marchelino has 3. CEASER has double that. 9 frames down out of a possible 29. CEASER 9, and Marchelino needs 12. Still a long way away. We're not down. This down to the disciplined crowd, very disciplined players on and off the table. But thank you all for joining us. Such delightful company. Frame number 10, a CEASER set to break. And with a dry break there, CEASER gently. This would be his second dry break of this match. Marchelino takes to the table, yellows or reds. I think he's a little better positioned. I think a lot easier to clear. There's yellows it would be. He's thinking hard, measuring. He needs to pull out all the stops here. A lot of money on the line, like I said earlier, 100,000 rand for the winner here. And if you've just joined us, better late than thank you for joining us and welcome. If you've been with us all the day and throughout the day, thank you for being with us. It's quite an entertaining show indeed, with 4 of our African stars, sure powerhouses. They all have their own claim to fame and several accolades behind them. Is the table. Pot is way away. I think the next shot should be the yellow gunning for the bottom right corner pocket. Not too difficult for him to clear. He just needs to play his cards right here. What a show, what a dance. What a thrill. Good stance, good focus, good pivot, good bridge. High up there. One ball at a time as he works his magic. frames down. 6-11. Marchelino get numbered frames and see the break at all even numbered frames and managing to make a pot on the break. But let's see how he will fare from here on out. It's really any man's game. Really difficult to predict. They're both queuing really well. But let's see, may the best man win. Yet another dry break from Marchelino. Caesar takes the table. Lots of chains. This would be the managed to clear in one visit. Not so easy. A lot of plotting has to happen. A lot of thinking, a lot of precision. Okay, Caesar didn't close the table. Charles Marchelino was trying to close table there, potting center while playing cannon. In the process, didn't manage to. Back is. It's not very often that we see players having more than one visit each at a still open table. That usually happens in those like tactical kind of frames. We have so many setup. Very confusing myself, from amateurs like myself. But these are the big balls. Interesting to see how we'll decide to handle this. Let's see how it'll pan out.
CEASER, man. Let's go.
And with just 2 years remaining, Caesar looks like is likely to clear. Maybe pot the yellow center. That would make good position for the last yellow. That's in bulk. Leaving the white ball, the cut for the last year that will easily enable him to make yet another good position for the black. So he needs to make sure he pots. On the last shot. Good cueing there, very good cue ball management. And the way he makes it look so easy. So needs to make sure he pots. Cueing years of sweat. And this is where they're at now. 7 ways ball line. CEASER cruising away. Marchelino fighting hard to catch up as well. Men's game still to 7-4, just a 3-frame gap separating these two players. Marchelino can try and engage a mini handbrake and catch up. Or maybe CEASER will continue on the cruise he's on. 11 frames down in a race to 15. Frame number 12, CEASER set to break. CEASER breaks. Putting 2 yellows. Yellows or reds, what will it be? You see how very serious, looking very professional. Watching every move the players make. And the move CEASER is making right now, the yellows. Very difficult shot for amateurs. But for players like these are biscuits. It is for CEASER, aka the Scorpion. After this, as I mentioned earlier, he's set to travel to Joburg. Is for CEASER, aka the Scorpion. After this, as I mentioned, Joburg for his third end of his tour. His SA tour, which is how dang it will be. Position there. Will he decide to double it or play a defensive shot? Done, limiting Marcelino's options quite a bit. So far, only 2 apples have been recorded. 1 green and 1 red. Both have been. Marchelino hasn't managed to record visitors. In the last round, Marchelino managed 8, being 5 green and 3 red. Marchelino. To me, or most of the times, Marchelino is playing the red balls. Red like his t-shirt. Being silly. Anyway, he's trying to go a bit defensive. Is it defensive enough though? Trying to limit CEASER's option for a part there. CEASER could be played. The yellow closest to the bottom. He could decide to bank it. He could the yellow closest to the bottom. You could decide to put but that wasn't calculated. Though after failing to make a pot, he has brought Marchelino back in the game. Very tricky layout of those reds that Marcelino's facing. But he can very, very possibly pull something off here. It's plotting. Take off there by Marcelino. He's really working hard. Is there a possibility to be maybe? And maybe just go for that. And thereafter, the rail shot maybe the bottom, no, top right corner pocket. You want to go defensive there, but most likely will attack. Okay, it's a very fine cut to center. He's avoided it. Gone for a longer range pot and excelled at it. Cue ball position, so excellent. Having to work hard here. And this is what these could do. Practice, practice, practice. Lots of sessions, lots of drills. Lots of focus in the game. That was a horrible miss by Marcelino. Looking obviously disappointed in himself, a little dejected. But not out. Still plenty of time to work on a recovery. But as far as this frame is concerned, looks like CEASER may be well on his way to a clearance. Well on his way to recording that 8th frame win. Great stuff. Lovely cueing. And on to the last yellow. Refuses wrecking, preparing for frame number 13 with Marcelino set. Will he manage a break and pot? At this level, try and go for his break and pot? Or will it be yet another dry break? For his sake, I hope he pots. Almost scratched too. Well done there. That break and pot. Looks like he's gunning for the yellows there. Most likely going to close table that yellow closest to the top right corner pocket, maybe with a bit of a spin to open up, to further open up those four balls and two yellows. One goes to center. The other one, not so sure if it is off, maybe to the bottom right. Let's see how he works out his pattern. Very interesting to see sometimes how they work out their pattern. Sometimes it's so complicated, but they pull it off so nicely, ever so gracefully. What a graceful shot. Table closed, and yellows it is. Yellows looking, yeah, just the two yellows close to center. That may give him a little bit of trouble. That's face-off positioning for those yellows there. Marchelino is doing really well. Whichever way this encounter goes, these two have surely made their mark and will be on the list of many for several weeks to come, or even longer time rather. The mark already in the pool world. This just adds a little cherry on top. Playing amongst three other giants. High five to them, kudos to them. They really did hard to get to this level, to earn their ticket, to earn their stripes. Remain now for Marcy. I like how he takes his time. He doesn't rush his shots. He knows perfection takes time. He knows he really needs to get it right. And he respects the opponent is playing against and knows he's playing someone equally ruthless in attack. He has to get himself, unfortunately. Maybe a little swerve, but he can't get his yellow. Oh, well done. But yellow went down and that some very confident shooting we see. Marchelino is yet to record an apple, by the way. Whether green or red may well be his first. Probably No balls to develop. Just clean pots to make. Yellows it is for CEASER.
Another storm coming.
Just a few more goes to go. A couple of pots to center. 4 yellows remain. After the green apple by Mercy, will CEASER respond with his own green apple to here? Oh, lovely shooting. Love to see such talent. Africa's got talent.
Another storm coming. Here comes the storm.
CEASER's down to the black and looks like he does indeed intend on what was that stop shot though for CEASER? Why couldn't you just roll it in? Forgot to ask, sure, he may want to snooker here at some point, but he has to play his cards right. You don't just snooker for the sake of snookering. They snooker you in such a way that becomes quite a nightmare. It becomes a lot more difficult for you to escape the snooker and just the escape. He needs to ensure he gets it right. And when CEASER goes searching for the black, he needs to ensure that he does not start with the red and lose the frame. Marchelino was trying to push the cube more further to the pocket so as to not leave the CEASER with an easy enough angle. It's not too difficult, but just to make sure he doesn't go red first. There's his angles. Let's see how he handles this one. Let's search and think. And 9-5 it is. Interestingly, in the last encounter in the previous round, live to grand final, we actually saw a similar, well, exact same scoreline between these two players. 5, except the names were the other way around. It was Marchelino leading at 9-5. And this time it's 9-5 again, but with CEASER in the lead. This is the grand final, remember? It's time, it's happening, it's live, it's lit. Drawing close to the end of our 4-man competition. It's been happening, it's been awesome. Hope you've been enjoying. It's been very show. Marchelino set to break next. Frame number 15. Break very well done there by Marchelino. I have a feeling, well, allow me to make a random prediction. I have a feeling he will clear this record an apple. The second green apple. I think it's very easily achievable. Easy. Purple is hard. Well, for some of us amateurs. Red, the one closest to the bottom right corner pocket, he missed the mark and created a little problem for himself along this bottom rail here. Blocking up one of his reds behind the yellow there. He needs to make a plan for it, to open it up some. He's based up a very good layout that was, keep on moving to snook the ball you want. What you wanted. On your plan B, they always have plan B. Let's see what plan B is and how he executes it. Probably to the top left corner pocket with a bit of wanted. On your plan B, they always have plan B. Let's see what plan B is and how he executes it. Right, he'd have hoped to make contact with that red that he so desperately needs to develop. He has a chance again now. A bit of left English, he could develop it easier. Ooh, he managed one thing, failed the other. He managed to develop it, but failed to make part and CEASER. One ball at a time, the scorpion works his magic. When his venom strong, too venomous for Marchelino, or has Marchelino managed to find anti-venom after losing 2 races to a CEASER, being a money match, the other being in this event? Does that mean, or is that to say anti-venom after losing 2 races to or has CEASER topped up on his goods and working on a delivery here? We just messed up that part after making a good position there. Marchelino facing quite a bit of a task there to clear the reds. But the way these guys pot so well, very good potters they are, could very easily just pot with good position at the same time. Something very few players can do. That's what sets them from the amateurs and below average players and the like. 2 minutes to go now. A bit back, maybe with a bit of side. Should be able to make good position to pot that last red to the right. He just get it right. I'm sure he will. Even if the cue ball doesn't quite land exactly where Marchelino hoped, he's still a good potter. He'll be able, I'm sure, or still run it. He's still a good potter. He'll be able, I'm sure, Neat finish there from Marchelino. Handled pretty nice. Showing off his prowess. Great stuff. CEASER set to break. Frame number 16, 9-6 is the scoreline. CEASER now, in essence, needs what Marchelino has, and Marchelino needs what has, which is 6 frames and 9 frames, respectively. Good break by CEASER there in terms of him having made a part in the break. I think getting better. Reds, I think, are no more complicated looking. And a very confident shot he just made there, closing table on the center.
Hey, you next now? Let's go. Hello.
Well done to CEASER there. I'm recording yet another green apple. 10-6, it continues to cruise the game, whereas on we put the halfway mark. Four break. He will go home with that 100,000 rand grand prize. Remember, number one gets to go home with 100,000. Right? Number two with 10,000 rand. Very good into as well. We are yet to see another matchup between CEASER and Aiden from this play in Johannesburg. So this is not the end for these two this particular week. Frame number 17 with Marcy breaking. Marchelino with a break and pot there. Closing table now on yellows. An interesting set though. Over the last couple of hours, 4 or so hours, during the Live 2 final and this final, there has not been a single foul in 2 fouls during the frame, not the break shot. And that was in the Live 2 final. And both fouls were committed by CEASER. In this grand final, there has been no foul. But that's like massive stats. 2 fouls only. And that just shows you this is big boys. These are the elite boys. They sure know what they're doing. They are prone to mistakes, but they're not making so many of them. Definitely making sure to avoid a foul. It's very rare that we get to see a whole entire long race with no foul break. But these guys are managing it in the minute. Lovely to see. Shot not wide enough. CEASER is behind 6 reds go. He can pot center combination shot. He just needs to get the angle right. Unless he goes for some shot else. Oh, great stuff. Good positioning too for the next shot. The top and left corner pocket or the center shot. Or even cut one red to the bottom right. A couple of options available to him. Just depends on how he wants to map out his plan. It's 10, 6. Win. Who's hungry for that win? It's a lot of money. A lot of money to take home. Good cueing. A lot of this proximity of the cue ball to the cushion. It makes it a lot harder to pot. Boys, will CEASER go for that pot still? The bottom right corner pocket, or will he rather opt for top left corner pocket now? Top left would be a good idea. Come back to these last 3 bottles. And with a lovely clearance there by the Scorpion, the scoreline now is 11-6 gap, getting a little too wide for Marcy's liking and for Marcy's fans as well. He can still pull off a recovery matchup between these two. No, he did win 8 straight frames against. He can pull it off again. He just needs to pull out all the stops here. Let's see what he may have up his sleeve, or will CEASER does not be having any of it. Frame loading, it's CEASER breaking. the third dry break of the match, and now Marchelino is in charge. All of you watching us, watching here, staying with us, thank you for your delightful company, enjoying the match. It's definitely worth our time and money. Hope you're enjoying the stream as well. Good quality stream, good quality cameras, good quality shots, good venue, good quality venue, good quality tables, quality right around. I think Marcy's here is planning on going for the Reds. Yes, possibly the Reds. I think the Reds are looking a little better positioned. Would be a good idea for him to go for those Reds. Could do him justice, yeah. I did notice he usually goes to the Reds. It's just obviously a coincidence. Nothing. It's all about the place of balls, not the color. Obviously, but Reds in this case, I think, are looking good. It's rather unfortunate that Marcy failed to run the table after putting only two on the table for another visit after the dry break. He ought to have punished him. CEASER just needs now 4 frames to take the 100K home. I don't know if Marcy's feeling the tension. Pressure's on. Is he feeling the heat? You never know. CEASER failed to make that pot. He was trying to make the pot there at the top left corner pocket. Mark position. His cue ball there for the next yellow near center. Marcelino needs to make 7 another line. He doesn't really have any problem balls, really. He could start by potting center, thereby making way for the other yellow, no, for the other red to go to center. The one on the left side of the table. And reds close to each other. One could make its way to center, the other one to a corner pocket. Shouldn't be too troublesome for him. Just needs to map it out and make sure he gets it all right. I like the way he's carefully taking his time to plan and think, plot away, which he obviously needs to. It's crunch time. He means business. He means serious business. With a soft pot to center, I think ideally a little more cushion bounce would have helped. Would have been a bit better. But he can pot there. Precision, precision, precision. Scratch it all there. Maybe just a little tad disappointed in the position, but I'm confident enough that he can still pull it off. With his exception. And a CEASER is back. 6 yellows still to contend with here. By CEASER, who looks obviously disappointed in himself. These players are giving visits in this expected that. But it happens again. And this happens. And chance back to Marchelino. He's right this time. He needs to make sure he's been left in a very ideal position for a lovely takeoff to center. Getting the cue ball to go around. Position himself for the next shot, but there's a lot of good whites that need to be played here. And cue ball pretty well. Careful not to scratch. Okay, he's safe. Cue ball then goes swimming there. You plan on doing now maybe a bit of center. The center close to the cue ball. 50-50. 50-50 really it is. It's not an obvious shot, but highly possible. Plausible as well. And how's about that? He gets his aim just right. It's perfect positioning with the cue ball. For the level and then into the pocket of the black. I think it's safe to say this would be his 7th win. We'd call it 11-7. I'll call it prematurely. I think this is easy enough for him to run. Early mate. Just goes to show even the best of the best are prone to mistakes. He went a little too hard in that. He was a little too eager on that shot. Getting the score is easy enough. Ooh, is this angle too wide? Yes, definitely. He didn't take time enough to carefully measure the angle and execute it. Free shot and a visit to CEASER. I think now instead of that 11 scoreline, we may just as well see a 12-6 scoreline after this. Probably in this very visit, after this free shot and a visit. I think Marcy will be punished ruthlessly for that terrible mistake, and that'll be foul number 2 in this match. Three surfaces, the Scorpion, potting top right corner pocket, allowing the cue ball to move closer to the last yellow. And I'm sure he's in it to win it as far as this frame is concerned. By jinxed it. For Marchelino calling that scoreline too early. They call it the commentator's curse. Sometimes when you call these shots prematurely, over here.
In a game of skill and precision,
Perfect chalk for players of all levels.
the Scorpion Chalk, uniting players worldwide. Get your hands on the Scorpion Chalk. Elevate your game. The Scorpion Chalk. Precision, performance, passion.
Tall order, but it is possible. Really bad time to be falling prey to a foul break. No, sorry, not foul break, my bad. None. It's time to be make sure a dry break maybe. Punch up there. Yellow is looking good. This maybe one cannon need to be played there, but nothing too troublesome. And take it close it is for CEASER. Another combination shot, I think, loading. He was trying to make a shot and opening up that little cluster there, but the one yellow, two reds, and black. Position not played well enough. He needs to make some calculations here now. We'll go for some other ball first. I think ideally he needs to leave that yellow combination shot yellow, the one I was talking about, for a little later, as he able to use it to open up the cluster. This is some other plan and sees some other way of putting it up. Maybe that needs to remain there until he's in a good enough position to open. He could try play the cue ball into a position, a better position again this time. A little better. He needs a cut. Ideally, he needs to have a cut on that shot so that he opens nicely that cluster there.
Number one.
Yeah, watching that long range rail shot while opening up. Didn't quite do himself justice and messed up the pot. Killed off one of his other yellows potentially. Importantly, allowed Marcy another visit onto the table. Can Marcy punish him? He ought to try.
Let's go, CEASER, man.
bit of a tactical frame going on here. Very few apples in this encounter. If I say experience for a final by now. The app is such a word. Appling rate at the moment, well, not as ideal, or not so high. Probably lower than most of the much earlier, the earlier rounds. The previous round, the final for the live two, we had eight balls from Marcy and 1 from CEASER. That's a total of 9 for that race. And in this particular race, we've only seen 4. 3 from CEASER and 1 from Marcy. And just 1 too many dry breaks. Marcy has only committed 1 foul in the last 2 races. And that was in the previous frame. In the Live 2 final, he committed 0 fouls. CEASER. And now in this final, there's been 1 foul. And that's by Marcy. Uncomfortable. The red is close for him to manage a pot. Just needs to be careful not to make contact with the yellow and make foul. No foul, but no pot. Bounce back to CEASER. 5 yellows on the table. And him going around on the table. Center's good, then maybe a combination shot to the top right corner pocket. He should be able to clear this. Then a center pot. I think all his balls are in the clear. You could decide to just place it to center and go for the yellow and the or go back and start with the yellow closer to the bottom right before attacking the black ball.
Play some music. Yes, yes. Nudo la ve. Marchelino. Come on, man.
Good queuing there from Mark. Frame as well. 13-7 as the scoreline. 6 frames separate these two. CEASER needing only 2 and Marcy needing 8. It's a best of 29 frames or first to 15. It's getting tighter and tighter, more and more tense as we draw closer to the end of the show. Curtains will be coming soon, but who will be celebrating? Who will be the joyous player between these two? Will it be CEASER? Will it Marchelino trailing horribly at the moment? But who's will happen? frame number 21, Marchelino. The odds went against that last break here. Nicely opened up those balls, but fortune didn't quite favor him, and CEASER is on the table, calculating, plotting his way to a clearance here. He's slowly climbing up the hill, and if you want to clear this, he'll be sitting pretty at the top of the hill. More pressure to Marchelino. How's CEASER going to finish this? Most likely pot top, and just needs to make sure he gets his cue ball position right. I think it's stressing him a little. Does he get stressed? He doesn't look stressed to me, but yeah, he needs to get his cue ball position, I think, for center next. He's gone against that, and he's messed up the position horribly. For those two reds in B, can always happen. Maybe potting at the corner pocket next. The bottom left of your screen, but that's too sharp a cut. Maybe double to center, but also, no, a cut to center, I mean. But also he needs to make sure, okay, never mind that, as he did not even make sure. Can Marchelino clear? I tip him to try. I think he will. Five yellows remain. Is he planning? Something can still be done here. Working. She could even snooker if he likes. Leaving the cue ball behind that little cluster of balls, but I think attack may be the best action right about now. The last snooker he attempted did go his way. Okay, pot, top right corner pocket, and further develop those two yellows. Very well played, very impressive stroke, very impressive pot, and looks like he's centers go in easily. Can't quite tell the yellow first to the red there, but I'm sure it shouldn't give him too much trouble. it doesn't go in easily or too far from the center pocket or too much into the cushion, he could pot that yellow using the other yellow. Still work out some plan. Seems a bit short for the last yellow, may very well be on the card. I think that's what he's planning. Yes, he wants to develop it somehow. Now, okay, not a real shot. I suppose it means that center goes in not without, not with much trouble. Yes, from this angle we can tell. The angle on your screen, we can tell it easily goes into center. And he's made the pot. The crowd claps and cheers, spur him on as he pots his 8th throw. Fighting spirit in him. I like the feeling he can still pull off a comeback here. It can happen. It can very well happen. 21 frames down, CEASER going to break a frame number 22. CEASER looking as confident as ever, prepares to break. Will he pot? Remember, he only it's not a dry break. He did actually pot one yellow, my bad. I missed it. So is on here, he gets to select which balls he'd like to go for or how he'd like to play this out. Cue ball position, little tricky though. To go for yellows. He's going for reds. He's closed at the table. Nice position again for a pot in the same pocket. That red, that's almost near to the cue ball. Maybe playing a shot at the same time into center, opening up for the next red ball. If he manages that well enough, there'll be no problem balls remaining. Could go top right corner pocket or bottom right corner pocket. But I think ideally, bottom right corner pocket may be easier. But then again, that's just a very amateur opinion. All these guys have a mind of their own. Brilliant minds, brilliant thinking, very creative. And a great pot that is next to center, then top right corner pocket. I think it's nicely spelled out here. He's created a lot of clarity for us with clinical shots. Maybe even pot center first. Leave the last two red balls in bulk. He's got position for center. Now he's done and dusted with that. And then the last two reds in bulk. Easy enough. I think it's safe to say this is likely to be 14-10. Possibly good break, managing to make a pot on the break. And let's see how he handles it. Can he pour all the frames of the remaining number of frames without allowing CEASER to win any? Yellows are looking all right. Reds are also in open, nicely positioned. What will Marchelino opt for? And it's the reds for Marcy. Table best. 6 reds nicely spaced out, and then open play. No problem was really. Maybe just one red. He was actually looking at it. It's about now, the one black. I'm sure he has a plan for it, a brilliant plan as to how and where he's gonna put it. Could go to center. Could maybe pot center. And then bottom right corner pocket. If he decides to leave the ball in bulk. Then after that, pot center, bottom center. And have one ball remaining on the table. Careful there. Lovely. Just right. He got it just right. He's in a position to pot now at the bottom right. Thereafter, a pot to center. Needs to pot maybe with a bit of English. Maybe a bit of right English should do here. Lovely. Good stuff. It's a little more difficult to pot that ball quickly. You could use his red. The red by center to pot the other red. Applying a little bit of power so that the red that he kicks out of the way goes to sit close to the bottom left corner pocket or some open space, and that he does. Well done. TTYY, I see you there in the comment section. Thank you very much for that. And thanks as well for the correction. Indeed, 14-8. It's been a long day. Say that. Scoreline, yes, it is indeed 14-8 in favor of CEASER. With CEASER just needing one, and Marchelino needing a whole 8 to order. It looks like frame number 9 is on the cards for him. Oh, lovely. Good left English and nicely positioned for center. A center that even I, an amateur, can pot. Well, 5 out of 10 times. Half the time I could still even miss that. All right. Well, then there, frame number 9 done. Or win number 9 done for Marchelino with 14 for CEASER. Awesome final speed. Long day though. Nice. I'm liking the endurance I see in them. High levels of endurance, skill, patience, and most of all, hunger for that win. Frame number 24 about to commence. CEASER should be breaking. And that would be dry break number 5 from CEASER. Chance to Marchelino. Something he desperately needs CEASER to do from here on out. Keep on breaking dry, I'm sure, is what he is hoping. So he gets a chance to close it, to possibly run it, and a chance to possibly take home the 100,000 rand. So far, there's been 5 dry breaks from him, Marchelino that is, and 5 breaks from CEASER as well. In terms of the ability to break and pot, or break and pots they've made at 7 each. Green apples 1 from Marcy and 3 from CEASER. Red apples would be 2 apiece, and only 1 foul in the entire match. That from Marchelino. Marchelino looks like he's gunning for the nose there. Can he to try? Ooh, that was a very ambitious shot. He was trying to, yeah, which didn't work out. Definitely intention. Open table still, and yellows still up for grabs if CEASER wants to take advantage, which I think and suspect he very may well be. Okay, unfortunate foul there by CEASER. Foul number 2 of the race. Free shot and a visit for Marcy. Okay, good use of his free shot. Nicely positioning the yellows there. And I think he may just run this. CEASER sitting on the hill. Marcy needs to pull out all the stops here. Nicely get it right. 4 yellows remain. Four easy yellows, but then again, there's no such thing as an easy shot. Just some are more difficult than others, but there's no such thing as an easy shot. I've seen even the best of players messing up even the easiest shot, or what seems to look easy. Just hope for his sake he doesn't mess it up. He's being very careful, very cautious about it. And 2 yellows remain. Obviously, the one yellow going to the bottom left, other yellow to center, and that black, well, obvious center. I was about to call it early, call it 14-10 early. And I remember the last time I did that, I texted for Marcy. So let me not. And let me not sit. And the black is down. It's officially 14-10, 24 frames down. Nice clearance there by Marcy, and well done to him for nicely punishing CEASER for that error, for that foul. And we're on to the next frame. Break there from Marcy, breaking and potting. He looks serious, and CEASER there on the sidelines and relaxed. He shouldn't relax too much. A comeback is possible. I remember in Live 2 final, Marcy managed to pull back 8 straight frames. So you and I know he's very much capable of it. CEASER took an early lead here. Well, himself, and less pressure to him. Focused on closing now. Can he hit that center? Yes, he can, and yes, he did. I think this may very well culminate in a green apple, a break and run. Marcy's thinking hard. How's he going to play this out? The other yellow goes to center. The yellow directly facing the cue ball to go to center. But there's a high risk of messing up the other 2 yellows by center. And he does that. And he also needs to apply some spin to nice position himself with it not as easy. Although somehow these players make it look easy. Somehow I feel the adrenaline rush here. I'm feeling tense, a bit nervous. It's something I tend to often do with these high caliber games. Sometimes I feel I even feel more pressure than the players. These players always look so calm, and the way I'll be feeling so much pressure. So tense match here. Will Marcy manage to watch. Lovely positioning there. I like it. Good position there to pot and center. Cue ball onto the other, pushing it out of the cushion a little, making for a better pot. But some good whites still need to be played here. Marcy now down. I'm sure some of you did not envision here. I see even DKY. He had said, all right. Hope you're swallowing your words now. He's down to the one last yellow. He's got the backspin, just needs to make sure he has a good angle for the black without sneakering himself, and he should be home and dry. There's a high chance, though, high risk of the cue ball bumping off onto the reds. I think that's what's making this look a little more complicated. Complicated for him. It's not quite a straight shot. There's a small bit of a yellow. Hence why he's taking indeed in a kicking contest. I like the fight in him. I like the fighting spirit. It's part of being a sportsman. Win or lose, I think they both books in several ways. Just thinking of Michael Jordan, you know, the basketballer. He said he's as well, and well, several thousands, and won more than 300 shots. Those games that he has lost that actually ultimately make him a that's the winner indeed. Win or lose, I think they're both winners in my books, regardless of who gets to 15 first. Well done there for that clearance, Marcel. 14-11. He enters closer to CEASER. CEASER just delivered a brilliant break there, nicely opening up all balls. This be the last visit of the frame. Last visit of the match. Will this be the last frame of the game? Last frame of the comp, and the last frame that spells out ultimately who will walk away with the 100,000 rand. Good giving their position. 4 reds remain for CEASER. CEASER now down to 2 lost reds. The longest hard part. Really managed. Good chance he could. All 2 of his reds and black in open play. Nothing too difficult there. It's been a long day, but a long-awaited final. Slowly inching to an end. With us being on frame number 26, either this will be the last frame, or we will get to witness another 3 frames after this. That's if Marchelino missed CEASER top to the down and the toss on the table. Let's see. It looks easy enough for CEASER. Let's see. Our cap for the winner competition that featured CEASER Chandigarh. The earlier 2 participants who were knocked out, Aiden Joseph and Jeremiah Naidu. They all put up a show. They all gave us some good entertainment, very good value for money, and a very good use of our time. Thank you all for joining us, and thank you all for subscribing to Atta. Keep on supporting and keep on keeping. Well, me, Priscilla, press the voice till time. Be sure to join us for some upcoming matches. Thank you, guys. Stay cool, be blessed.
Perfect chalk for players of all levels. Scorpion chalk is the
Scorpion Chalk. Precision. Performance.